In the Connor McDavid era, the Edmonton Oilers in elimination games are 15-6. That is both when they face elimination and when the other team faces elimination. When just the other team faces elimination, they are 8-2.
Damn.
When the other team faces elimination and Edmonton does not, so think of that as closeout games 4, 5, or 6, when you have the other team on the ropes, the Edmonton Oilers in the Connor McDavid era are a perfect 6-0. They have never squandered a series lead in the Connor McDavid era.
They know how to do it. They know how to close it out. And it's a credit to them. And it should give you a lot of confidence going into the game tonight of what's about to happen.
Or are they due for a loss, Jay?
Oh,
Why
shut
do you have to
my
say stuff like that?
Chat, flame this guy.
Should I
That
mute
is
him?
just
Should I mute him?
insane.
Put me in a timeout.
You know, we were all a little sensitive after game 3. And I know you guys talked about this, and I'm just jumping in and rehashing the conversation
That's
of
fine.
yesterday. But, you know, the way we lost that game made game 4 a must-win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, I had conviction that these guys were going to be able to kind of put it behind them. And I was nervously saying that, even though I said I have conviction, nervously convicted.
Of course.
That performance on game 4 was just like a no-doubter. There was never any doubt. No doubt to be seen.
They just didn't allow it.
They had a job, and
Yeah.
they did the job.
Yeah.
And that to me is a big statement game for, you know, this time of season that we're in.
I know stuff doesn't necessarily carry from game to game.
It doesn't. Yeah. We talked about this
Hit
a lot.
and miss, I think, on some things. But like the fact Vegas, after that win, was then able to come out and do basically nothing. After thinking they got to Stuart Skinner and he shuts them out, like that's got to be in their head a little bit too. And I know the Golden Knights fans are good. I don't want to disrespect them, but I feel like Edmonton, if they can go into this building tonight and have like a strong start, like just a good first period and quiet them, it's going to take a lot for that crowd to get back into it. Like I think Edmonton needs to silence the crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah. You score first, and it's crickets.
Yeah.
How about this? In games 4 through 7 in the last 3 playoffs, the Edmonton Oilers are 19-4. That is very, very impressive to be 19-4 in the biggest games in every series. And Gregor had this in his article over at Oilersnation.com. Under Chris Knobloch, the results are even more noticeable. In games 1 through 3 under Knobloch, they are 7-11. In games 4 through 7, they are 15-2. That is unreal. Their only 2 losses were Game 5 against Vancouver last year when JT Miller scored with 27 seconds left, and of course Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. They were outscored 5-3 in those losses, but in the 15 victories, they've outscored the other team 60-25. Puck line, anybody?
Well, based off the empty net, I would go puck line.
Yeah, you know there's going to be one. But still, I don't know. I'm not getting ahead of my skis on this one, except for my bet for the show.
Your bet for the show is absolutely insane.
But I think it's pretty good.
The only game as well, when you think back of it, of the ones that they lost in, what was the one about Vancouver and Florida, sorry, when they put themselves on the brink of elimination?
Yeah.
Only the Vancouver one was bad. Like that Vancouver game, they got smoked.
In which one?
When JT Miller scored.
With 30 seconds left?
They were terrible.
Yeah.
They were I think they had 15 shots, and they almost put up 40, I believe.
Yeah, and then what was interesting was the way they just, because Calvin Pickard damn near stole him that
Unreal,
hockey game.
yeah.
But then they just flipped the switch because in games 6 and 7, they only allowed like a combined 35 shots to the Vancouver Canucks, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then especially in that game 7, they were up 3-0, and Vancouver didn't score till the final 2 or 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, crazy. Well, Vancouver must be on the other side of the bracket this year, right? I would imagine they continued their success.
We are going to... What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.